Good morning, YouTube. It's your man George Page coming to you live on YouTube. Well, I missed this. I'm kind of busy, and I don't usually don't watch as much news and stuff like that. But uh, this this past weekend was the 80th anniversary of one of the greatest detectives in the world, next to Sherlock Holmes, the Batman, the Dark Knight, the Cape Crusader. You know, one of the greatest detectives, not superheroes. People like to always say superhero, but Batman has no power. The only power he has is that he's in fact he's rich. But this is one of the greatest heroes all time in the world. Batman has been around for 80 years, people. Well, let me give you a little short synopsis of Batman. Back in 1939, Bob Kane, who was a illustrator and writer, created Batman using ideas from such as Sherlock Holmes and other superheroes at the time for Action Comics. Action Comics was a precursor of DC. As you know, Action Comics is also the same comic book company that created Superman. And and Batman has been around for a long time, from comic books to TV to movies and cartoons. And as a kid, I loved Batman. I like Superman too, but I like Batman. The thing about what I like about Batman was he's a human being who wants to go beyond what a human being can do. Not just his strength, but intelligence and skill. Batman is one of the greatest fighters in the DC universe. Sometimes in one of the greatest fighters in just all of comics. If you put down a top 10 list of greatest fighters and skilled martial artists in comic books, Batman is going to be in the top five. I ain't gonna say he's number one, but he's gonna be in the top five. You know, anyway, everybody knows this history of Batman. If you don't know it, here's a short synopsis of it. There's a young boy, Bruce Wayne, that is Batman's alternate ego, where was with his family, who were a very wealthy family. The Waynes were billionaires in Gotham City. One night, we was with his parents coming home from a movie. They were stopped by a robber. So the robber shot both Bruce's mother and father, leaving him an orphan. Bruce, as a young boy, was guilt rotten by the death of his parents and him being the only survivor. So he decided to, he wanted to change himself. So he goes and travels the world, studies different forms of martial arts, criminology, escape artist skills. I mean, he just decided to, find a way to change himself in his mind. He comes back home to Gotham, and he's wondering what he was gonna do. So while he's sitting in his mansion, a bat flew through his window, and he's given an idea. He said to himself, "Criminals are cowardly and superstitious lot, and I decided to go take the bat as my symbol, because it scares me, but it scares them more." So Batman has been around through many iterations. As you know, he has several different sidekicks, such as Robin. The original Robin was Dick Grayson. Then there was Jason Todd, which nobody really liked. They murdered him, but he came back as Red Hood. There was Tim Drake, and there's his son, which is surprisingly Damian Wayne. Now Damian Wayne is the his mother is Talia al Ghul, who is the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, the Demon's Head. Now there's been Batman has been on the screen way before the Tim Burton movies. He was originally done back in the 1940s in a movie serial. So a lot of superheroes like Batman, Superman, Shazam had those serial movies back in the day when before it was television. You had to go see movies. You want to see certain things before television. I'll get that, but anyway. But then later on, the late uh, Adam West played them in the '60s in the Batman series. The series was originally on ABC. We were going to move to NBC, but then some kind of bullshit happened and it never happened. So Batman could have stayed about like 2 or 3 more years on another network, but you know how it is. Then there were the animated series, such as, you remember, Super Friends, and then Tim Burton, back in 1989, put out the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton and as Batman and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Then I think 91 came Batman Returns with Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, and Danny DeVito as Penguin. Then after that, Tim Burton left the Batman franchise, gave it to Joe Schumacher, and then you had the lesser popular Schumacher versions with Val Kilmer's Batman and probably what I consider maybe probably one of the worst Batmans, George Clooney. For a while, Batman took a sidestep. He was, out for a good while. And then in 2005, Christopher Nolan started the Batman trilogy, where he took his version of Batman and brought him to reality with Christian Bale, who I think is the greatest Batman about all of them. We took the role of Bruce Wayne slash Batman for from 2005 to 2012. Christian Bale played Batman. Then we had the Bat flick. Ben Affleck became Batman. I wasn't too a fan of Ben Affleck, and he was Batman in the Superman versus Batman, and then he played Batman in Suicide Squad and Batman in Justice League. And there was issues because Ben Affleck wanted to direct the next Batman movie, and they said, no, Ben, we're not going to do that. So he decided to quit playing Batman, so to give it to Rob Pattinson. If you remember him from the old Twilight movies. So he's now going to be the new Batman. To me, I think I wish Christian Bale come back, but I think he want to be gone and done with Batman. But Batman has several animated movies over the years. They're very successful. DC puts out better animated movies than Marvel does. Uh, uh, their action movies. MCU movies are pretty good, but they never had really good, strong animation movies for Marvel. So as you know, Batman has 80, and he is still going strong, still popular. I mean, he has series of novels and miniseries, and just I'm a Batman fan. If you see that on my avatar, I got the Joker. Joker's one of the best villains out of the Batman's Rogues Gallery, and it was just. As a kid, I just want to be him. I mean, I want to be Superman too, but I think with Batman, he's just so much human, but he doesn't want to be human. I think that's one thing, his relationship with Superman, he kind of envies Superman because he has all these powers, all these abilities. And Superman just wants to be just treated like a regular human, but he's not. But Batman, he wants to be more than human, you know. And Batman's been his ups and downs. He's died. He came back to life. He had to, bury a couple of Robins. He even had to bring his son from the dead. I mean, he's just one of the greatest heroes. He's fought, and defended Gotham for many years. And he has one rule, and this is what he never breaks this rule. He never kills. Killing is just something like my mom told me years ago. One of my great uncles killed somebody, even though it was to save his own life, but still that weighs heavy on the soul. If you have a real soul, you kill somebody, even if just defending yourself, it will weigh heavy on you. And Batman's defending Gotham, and he feels like if he kills somebody, even somebody like the Joker or the Riddler or Two-Face or certain ones that really deserve to be killed, he still wouldn't do it. I don't expect that, but he keeps that run rule to just he just follows it to the day he die. I'm gonna say, but also Batman can be a little manipulative. He really plays the head games on people. He's secretive. He'll play well with others. He's often had issues with other heroes, and even the members of his own Bat family, such as Robin, Red Hood, Nightwing, Batgirl. Sometimes he don't, treat them as equals, and sometimes he don't feel like he needs to apologize for what he does. I expect that, but at the same time, those people who are closest to you, I think you should have a little bit more trust. Now, the only person you really trust is Alfred Pennyworth. As you know, Alfred is the Wayne's family butler, and he is Bruce's surrogate father. There's many actors that played Alfred. Best known was the guy from the old Batman series, Alfred, Michael Caine from the Nolan movies, and Jeremy Irons recently in the Batflick versions of Batman. And there's talk that Pierce Brosnan might play Alfred when Pattinson took over, and they worked together years ago in the movie. But this is, like I said, this is a good thing. I mean, Batman is, like I said, one of the greatest heroes of all time and a great detective. And, I wish him a happy 80th birthday. I wish I should have celebrated more, but I thought I better, I respect and I respect it for to one of the greatest detectives. I thought I might just, do a video. So, to all you fans of Batman, put on your favorite Bat shirt. Your, pull up on your DVR of, Dark Knight or maybe Dark Knight Rises or Batman or the Nolan, not the Nolan Batman, but maybe the Tim Burton Batman, or hey, hell, watch some good old fashioned Super Friends. But like I said, Batman is one of the greatest and the most amazing detectives of all time, and I think he'll be last even when everybody else is gone. There's always going to be a Batman. He's your man George Page. Like, subscribe. Don't subscribe. I'm out.